Hello, class.
Hello,
Kindly let us mute our microphones for easier and a smooth running of the class. Is everyone in class? Can you hear me, please? Can you hear me? Hello?
we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Let us continue now. So, I'll be sharing my screen, and please, by any chance we lose connection, maybe you can communicate with me in another way for a easier smooth running of the class. And I'll be sharing my screen. I need you to actively participate in the class by majorly reading, or if I ask any question, you just respond so that I can know we are together in this class. So basically our topic today is all about entrepreneurship and introduction to entrepreneurship. So we will start by defining the term entrepreneurship, where we read it as an entrepreneurship is the ability to and readiness to develop, organize, and run a business enterprise along with all of its uncertainties in order to make profit. The prominent example of entrepreneurship is starting a new business. So if I may ask, what is another definition of entrepreneurship? Hello?
Hello.
Please, someone to give us another definition of entrepreneurship. Shortly, just summarize the whole definition and just give me an overview of what you understand by the term entrepreneurship. Hello?
Hello.
Please give me a small definition on what you understand about entrepreneurship.
Okay, Malim.
Yes?
Entrepreneurship, I can say, is the act of starting a new business.
Yes, basically the act of starting and running a new business. So after the term entrepreneurship, we get the term entrepreneur, to which an entrepreneur is defined as someone. So basically entrepreneur is that person who owns and runs the business with a desire to establish, administer, and succeed a startup venture along with all the risk entitled to it, in order by the end of that period to which he or she has set, to make a profit. The best example of entrepreneurship is starting of a new business venture. The entrepreneurs are often known as the source of new ideas or innovators. So basically entrepreneurs are innovators, and innovator is somebody who comes up with an idea that is unique. And for the case of business, you come up with a new business idea that is unique from the existing ones. And basically an entrepreneur goes to that marketplace, or anywhere. Market is generally a term. Samples up the existing businesses and see the gap between them and comes up with the best idea out of them that is unique from the existing ones. So the types, there are two types of entrepreneurship, and maybe Mr. Habil Pepela, can you read what you can see on the screen on small business entrepreneurship?
Okay, the small business entrepreneurship. These businesses are hairdresser, grocery stores, travel agents, consultant, carpenter, plumber, electrician, etc. These people run or run their own business and have family members or local employee. For them, the profit will be able to feed their family are not making 100 million business or taking over an industry. They fund their business by taking small business loans or loans from friends and family.
Thank you for that, Habil. And at least you've get a brief idea of what small business entrepreneurship is, and basically the mama mboga back there at home, that travel agent you normally see him or her, the carpenter at home that makes beds, the plumber connecting pipes, electricians connecting wires. That person already he or she is running a business, and because it's a small, you cannot tell me that he's in a position to take up an industry like communication industry. uh, for example, that person running a small whatever, what do we call, an electrician, you can't tell me that he's all about taking the whole Kenya Power thing and running it as his own. But he's in a position, or is willing to fight and get that small thing and feed his or her own family. And basically, the funds that he or she is getting is loans from friends and families. And the profit that he's making is just a small one, only to sustain him or her in their day-to-day life. And on to our next one, it's a scale startup entrepreneurship. And maybe few minutes, can you read what you can see on your screen, please, Madam Fumnet? Hello.
Yes.
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. Can you read for me what is on the screen on the scalable startup entrepreneurship?
This startup entrepreneurship starts a business knowing that their vision can change the world. They they attract investors who think and encourage people who think out of the box. The research focuses on a stable business and experimental models, so they hire the best and the brightest employees. They require more venture capital to fuel and back their projects or business. I'm done.
Thank you for that. So I'll basically explain this in a better way. And when you talk of a scalable startup entrepreneurship, this is a big one, whereby the entrepreneur is in a position to, or has that ambition and vision to take up a whole industry like the communication industry. You'll find and a better example is a company like Safaricom. It has in the type of what do we call this one, the capital in it is big. The individuals employ people that are the best employees and the brightest. You can find employees from outside the country, so that they can run and get the best performance in it. They attract also investors. Basically, they are there to take everything and get to that market and bring out of the best in that industry, for example, communication industry and other industries. So that is all about our topic today. Maybe if I ask each one of you, can you tell me what you've understood from, basically what you've catch up from this topic? If you get outside there, what can you tell us that you've understood today? Hello, can you hear me? So,
Mwalimu,
yes,
I can see the screen that you're sharing.
I've stopped sharing. That's why I'm
Mwalimu.
asking.
Yes.
I've stopped sharing. I'm asking.
Hello, Mwalimu.
Yes.
We have learned
Hello,
about
Malim.
entrepreneurship.
Elizabeth, please, I've stopped sharing the screens. That is why I'm asking you what have you learned before we end our topic. Few minutes. What have you learned from our topic today? What have you understood? Maybe Habil Pepela? What have you understood, please? Or
We have
have you
learned
left
about
my
the
class?
entrepreneurship,
Yes. And what is
which is the
entrepreneur?
act of starting new businesses
Yes.
and ideas, and the types of entrepreneurs who are the motivators, the buyers. That's all.
Thank you for that. So I'll be leaving you with an assignment, and the assignment for today is state and explain various types of entrepreneurs, not entrepreneurship. It is types of entrepreneurs. Thank you for attending my class today. Let us meet in our next lesson.